Hello! Welcome,
Hello.
everybody.
How?
Taking myself off of studio mode so I can see my wonderful players. Well, most of them. So welcome to A Tale of Twinkle and Awe. My name is Ryan Boelter. I'm going to be your genre moderator for today. As you can see, one of our players is a phone. Memento is having some power issues, so is joining us via phone, so we could actually do this tonight. That should be okay, I hope. So let's go around, introduce ourselves. I know the order has changed since last time. We've got a nice new OBS interface here. And it's very on theme to the world that we're building. It's a solar punk world, and we'll get into that a little bit more later. First, introductions. Again, myself, I am Ryan Boelter. He, they pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at LordNeptune.com. And I am one of the creators of the game we're going to be playing tonight, Chimera RPG. It is a genre blending powered by the apocalypse, a game of amazing fun. And today we are blending fantasy, magical girls, and superheroes. That's right, all three. So buckle up. This is going to be a fun experience, I think. So let's go clockwise as normal. And that means I got to go down to Thae first.
Oh, heck. Hey, everybody. My name is Thae. I am a variety streamer here on Twitch. I see here pronouns. And what else? I think that's about it. That's all there is.
All right. Morgan, how about yourself?
My name's Morgan. I use they, them, and she, her pronouns interchangeably. You can find me on all the socials at Serena Bezos. I think we'll talk about our characters later because we're still developing them.
We're still developing them.
They are works in progress.
We will meet our wonderful people a little bit during this stream, so I'm looking forward to that. All right, then let's move up. Nope, this way to Memento, please.
Hi, I'm Memento. I use they, them pronouns. I am a queer multimedia artist and a streamer here on Twitch. I do beauty and body art mostly. You can find me at on Twitter, on Instagram, and here on Twitch as well.
I forgot that we have a Nightbot. So I'm going to start putting the people that I have missed into the chat, so you can find.
Oh, I could have done that while you're talking.
That's wonderful.
I forgot that existed.
I also forgot that existed. This is our second stream, so welcome everyone.
We're professionals.
All right. Next up, Alyzona.
Hi, I'm Alyzona or Steph. They, them pronouns. I'm an online gremlin. I think that's really the best way, and technically now a streamer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
There you go.
One of us.
One of us. All right. And then JV.
Hi, I'm JV Hampton Van Sant. I'm a voice actor and writer and podcaster and tarot reader. And you can find me at Red Black Golden on Twitter and Instagram.
Awesome. And I forgot to type mine out, so I'm going to pop that in there. And if you have any questions for us, or if you want to just chat, feel free to throw something in the chat. I can't promise we'll get to everything, but my new setup allows me to actually see the chat while I get to see my wonderful players. So this should be fun. Happy Halloween Eve to everybody. That is actually, Steph, you are actually in Halloween right now as we speak.
Yeah, it's Halloween day for me.
Future.
Yep.
Yeah.
Coming from the future.
It's not looking any better.
It is almost a full
just
moon.
looking
But it's
spookier.
Halloween. Yes.
Yeah. But the moon is nearly full. I believe it's full tomorrow, if I understand correctly. So spooky doubled. And
it's also the second full moon of the month, so it's a blue moon on top of that.
Oh, wow.
Well, the werewolves are going to be powerful tomorrow.
Yeah. So watch out, people. but this it's going to be a lot of fun. I think we can use a little bit of that spooky energy to finish creating our world, and to finish creating our characters. If you see on the screen, I've got the world building sheet pulled up. We had gone through and created a world that we are calling Solaria. This is a solar punk world where effectively civilization has, I guess, merged with nature, or merged nature with the civilization. There's plants throughout the cities. People hover around on hoverboards and hover bikes and hover buses and hover trains. Oh, and hover shoes. There are hover shoes. Think of the wheelie shoes, only hover. And that's what you get. So get a running start and just hover along the ground a little.
There are no wheels.
Segways.
No wheels.
No wheels in this society at all. It's very strange.
Wheel.
But it's fine because you can hover everything. They've got some nice magitech throughout the society, magic blended with technology that runs on Magitech batteries effectively, sold by Magitech Incorporated. Now, I don't know if we decided that this is like a post-capitalism society or not, but I'm assuming it kind of is. And the Incorporated is just kind of an archaic leftover from ages past. But if we want to change that at all, I'm perfectly fine with either way. I just like playing in a non-capitalist society, and that's okay.
True fantasy.
Yeah. The governments are all preferential voting to get people in, and there are a lot of different humanoids in this world that live in the civilization, along with some highly intelligent mystical animals of sorts, including forest guardians, unicorns, all sorts of other fun things. So we've got a lot going on here. If you have thoughts, or if you've never really heard of solar punk as a genre, I highly recommend doing an image search on Google for it, and you can kind of get a good representation of what sorts of city we're actually visualizing here. So let's get on with our character creation. We're finishing up session 0 today. We've got most of the beginner steps done. Our players have done their backstory questions in between sessions. So I think the thing we should probably do next is introduce our characters to one another. I think that sounds fun. Who should we start with? All right, I'm just gonna pick one.
No.
It's gonna be the first tab, and it's Alyzona.
God damn it. When you said first tab, I was like, heck.
Oh no!
This is what I get for making a name that's starts with an A. Damn, it started with a Z. Oh, damn, but it goes from the back, right in the middle. You got to right in the middle. That's a perfect one. Anyway, okay. I went a touch crazy on my design. I'm playing a guardian, the guardian primary, and the wanderer secondary. Specifically, I am playing what is effectively a dinosaur humanoid. Called
Yes, please.
Sarah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for sort of to imagine them, it's kind of, if you know the kind of lizard folk race from Divinity Original Sin 2, specifically the sort of the taller, slightly a lot thinner, like female model, but removing all of the weird gendered things on a lizard person. Why do lizard person have waist So just yeet that off and make it actually a little bit more realistic as than it is just a sort of upright lizard, but with this sort of mane of blue-green feathers that runs down her
Ooh.
back, ending with this little tail.
Ooh, I love
So
that.
yeah, like lizard bird dinosaur person. Specifically, she, they pronouns. I'm using this as an opportunity to forcibly learn how to properly do changing pronouns because I'm very bad at it. So please call me out if I do it wrong. Yes. Um, God, I don't really know what to say, but that's sort of basically
Well,
it.
Can we throw questions at you real quick?
Oh yes, please do.
You said did you mention your alias? I'm sorry, I
Oh,
missed this in there for a hot second.
no, I didn't. Currently, on a sort of whim, yesterday I chose the alias the Feathered Serpent, even though I'm not a serpent. I
That's what I was
just
gonna
really,
ask you about because I was like, as long as you're not a snake person and you got like arms and legs, we're okay. So.
yeah, no, I'm not entirely 100% set on it. I just like it.
hmm
It's a cool
Yeah,
sound.
but yeah, for the moment, it's the Feathered Serpent.
Okay, I was just making sure that you weren't a snake because like I thought I put it online for snakes. I was like,
Snake.
yeah, no snakes.
No, no
please
snakes.
no,
No
No
snakes.
snakes.
please
No
no.
snakes. I am a lizard person.
So I'm
I'm
kind of picturing the lizard alien type character from the original Star Trek series that Kirk fights on the planet. Um, what is that? A
I have
Gorn or something
I
like
have
that?
not seen that. I
That's
was
that's an old poll from the '60s.
Yeah, see, what I was actually slightly more referencing is if anyone's read Becky Chambers' The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, the pilot in on the ship, I would recommend it. It's very queer
Mm.
and it's really soft. It's some real soft sci-fi um, with queers and so good. But
I just
there's
looked
a
at Born and I was
captain.
like, what is this? Sorry.
But
Continue.
the captain on that ship is a uh is basically this lizard
Okay,
bird person.
I like it.
Yeah.
No, that's perfect. So what abilities did you choose?
Oh gosh. Okay. Abilities. God. Trying to scroll through my sheet. It's a touch of a nightmare. Okay. This is where is okay, abilities. That's where it is on my
Yep.
sheet. Okay. So specifically under the Guardian, um, I have the ability to choose two um uh like forms of like fighting. My
hmm
words are failing me. And specifically, I chose martial arts
Yeah.
and powerful defense magic.
hmm
And in the Wanderer, I got to choose two abilities that I had kind of picked up during my travels, which was varied combat training and survival abilities,
Very nice.
which I figured it would work out. Sort of
Yeah. It sounds
made
like you
sense.
are very punchy.
Yeah, look, I've mentioned it before. I make exactly two kinds of characters, punch boys and tiny angry gremlins.
So there we go.
Yeah,
All right. So that's a good basic start for your character. I think we can go with that level of detail for everybody, and then we'll get into the background questions for our backstories. And once we do that, then we can do our relationships to one another. So let's go to JV next.
Okay, so what have I done? Oh my god. No, just kidding. That's a weird way to start that. Uh this character, is named Kieran, also goes by Key Blackwell. Um their pronouns are they, them. Their alias is the Dark Raven. They are, I would say, 85% human. Um, 85% human most of the time, occasional bird tendencies. I similarly have a trend, which is I either I will do one of two things, which is I will take a character I'm obsessed with, say for example, the Black Canary, and will blend that with mythology until I feel happy, which is what I have done here. This is a roughly about 26-year-old human. If you sort of blended, I think the description I have here is, if you manage to combine the disco era with a goth look, that's basically what you've got with Kieran as far as physical appearance. Like, there's a lot of black, a little bit of purple, and a lot of sequins.
Oh,
It's lovely.
Ooh.
that is very nice.
Yeah. And okay, let's see here. So what else should I say?
So it looks like you've got from your survivor, scrappy combat and eyes,
Yes.
ears, and secrets.
Yes. I chose those two.
I like it.
I will be real, I don't really know why I chose ears, eyes, and secrets, but I like it. I liked the sound of that one, and it sounded fun, so I went with that. And oh yeah, the two archetypes, I probably should have mentioned what those are. The primary is survivor, and the secondary is the chosen. Yeah, which also, ooh, yes, that also does mean I get a focus as well. I don't know if I should mention that now or
That's
later
probably
on.
a good idea. That's kind of part of your ability, right?
Yes. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It totally is, isn't it? That's a good way to put. Yeah. So it is it is. Now I need to go back into the notes and figure out what I said. But for God knows what reason, I cannot find where I put little note thingy. Aha, there we go. Right. So it is a feather necklace that like a necklace that has a feather on it that pretty much never leaves their person because it sort of can't
Ooh.
for reasons.
Okay. I'm taking notes on that.
Mildly cursed. Majorly cursed, but minorly cursed simultaneously. It's cool. Yeah, a little bit of energy manipulation and enhanced senses for the other ability, for the sort of secondary abilities. Yeah, that's where we're at.
All right. I love both of these characters, and I love how we have kind of a feathery theme so far. So let's see where that picks up. Memento, you have Buck Moon, right?
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about Buck Moon.
Okay, so I believe my archetypes are the bound and the lost.
The Stranded.
The
Although the Lost is
Stranded.
a pretty good.
That one is really good.
Yeah.
But I am a roughly humanoid person. And when I say humanoid, I mean, fleshy, of an approximate height. Approximate.
Okay.
But because I am an alien and I do have a shape-shifting ability, it's not really set in stone. Gender isn't really noticeable. You look at Buck Moon and you're like, a humanoid, work. But what you do notice is, I believe I picked sleek and sophisticated.
Yep, sharp and sophisticated. Yep.
So well-dressed, maybe a little unsettling looking. Things are kind of pointy that you're like, supposed to be pointy. I don't know about that. An unnerving smile, probably, eyes just a little too intense. But yeah, generally, the appearance is mostly black clothing, simple lines as much as possible.
Okay.
Yeah. Mostly just looks like me, they, them.
Yeah.
Cool. So if you know what I look like, similar looking.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I see for your abilities, you've got enhanced senses from your bound. And then from the stranded, you have future technology and shape shifting, which
Yeah.
we talked about. You do have one more ability you get to choose for your bound. So if you want me to list them off right now, and you can choose them if you want, or you can wait.
Yeah. That would
Okay.
be great.
So
Do that now.
here's your 5 other options.
5.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Enhanced pact magic, magical movement, summoning magic, magical weapons, and magical strength and prowess.
Okay. I really like the idea of magical summoning, and I really like the strength and prowess. Which one would be more comedic, do we think?
Oh, gosh. I guess it depends on what you want to summon, right?
I mean,
Right? Because I was like, would it be pretty funny if my character is just like, you know what? I'm going to use my summoning magic to summon worms.
worms.
I think magic is gonna be the thing to do.
Okay, so you want summoning magic for your other ability?
Yes, please.
Okay, wonderful. We'll figure out what that all means during play. But that's pretty cool. That is a Buck Moon. Wonderful. Okay, let's go to Morgan.
Hello, yes, hi. So I'm playing the Heart and the Hopeful. My character's name is Victoria de la Rosa. She, her pronouns. I still haven't figured out an alias yet because I'm trying to figure out the right word combo. If you know what I mean, just to So I'm hopefully during this finishing up develop stage we could do it. Ginderella's woman. They're very feminine. She's very feminine, and Hispanic, Latin. Archetype looks are glitter and glamorous, which I decided because of our style, I went more holographic.
Ooh. Yes,
I think very Xenon girl, of the 21st century sort of vibe.
Okay.
And approachable and awing, which when I first read awing, I was like, what's a wing? I don't understand. That's on me. Let's see here. With the heart, basically, if y'all don't know exactly what these archetypes mean, the heart is basically Sailor Venus from the Sailor Moon sort of archetypes. So she's famous.
Yep.
in her IRL life, so she had to put on persona to do her things. And her magics are empathy magic and individual healing magic, which once again, I'm playing a cleric. It always happens.
It's fine.
It's fine. I just know my tropes. It's okay. And then they're the hopeful because something happened to her. And so she now has impossible movement, enhanced senses, and energy manipulation. Don't know exactly how any of that looks yet, but we'll just figure it out.
We get to define that during play, and I love it.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
What else do you need me to talk about?
I think that's good for now. We'll get Thae's character, and then we can start doing backgrounds.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. All right, Thae.
All right, my character is Amara Terramore, which I love that last name. And she's 23-year-old white woman, dark blue-black hair, white, dressed in all black, all the chains and all the unnecessary additions to that, dark makeup, and piercings and stuff. I am the weapon, and secondary is the spirit. What else? Got abilities?
Yeah.
Okay. Got melee weapons and combat magic, which should be fun. I'm looking forward to that. And then abilities for the spirit are see and talk to spirits and individual protection magic. Because I thought the seeing and talking to spirits could be some fun role play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, so that is our cast of characters. We've got 5 amazing heroes. Funny thing is I think all of them can transform. Memento kind of can cheat to transform with shape-shifting abilities. So I think that's going to be really fun. Who wants to cover their background first for their character? All right.
I mean, I'll go.
Okay, there you go.
I'll just do it. Let's just do it.
Just do it. Yeah. So
All right.
I'll ask you the questions,
Sure.
and then you can give us the answers.
All
So
right.
from your weapon playbook, what forced you to learn to fight?
And so that would be my family. Come from like a long line of or training for this possible power. Each generation in my family has done this before me. So will I finally be the one granted this gift?
Ooh. Okay. You once had a mentor. Why must you go beyond them?
Because they do not have the responsibility I do for this possible gift. I am burdened, darn it.
Oh, no.
Oh, heck.
And looking back on it, will you change learning to fight?
Secretly, I resent my upbringing because all this burden was placed on me, circumventing my feelings in favor of being told it was a gift. I pushed this all down as if when my powers are finally revealed, surely I'll feel at peace.
Mm-hmm. Nice. All right. And then for the spirit, define some of your spiritual practices and what do they mean to you?
I don't know. I ended up not answering that one.
Oh, no.
Goodness. Find some of your spiritual practices. I think I know one of them was the one I came up with, which was the daily one in the morning that I do. And I guess they're a way to ground her and help her stay on this path of where she's supposed to be going.
Nice. And then what ritual holds the most personal significance?
My daily one in the morning. It is a ritual to ground me to the physical plane, to keep me on my path, and to welcome a new day.
Nice.
The other one.
All right. So that is Amara Terramore.
Thank you.
Wonderful. All right. Who's next? I'm just going to go counterclockwise or clockwise. All right, Morgan.
I was like, I can go next. That's fine. And then he started speaking. I was like, all right, I'll let. All right, ready.
Okay. So, why do you crave the spotlight?
It's like everything I know. I was thrown into acting at a young age, and when I was a teen, meaning mostly my mother and my agent, decided to make me a musician. I just love entertaining folks. I love to see people light up and smile and sing along with my songs and quote my movie lines. I love the interactions I have with others.
I love it. And I love that we are establishing that we have movies and like songs and stuff like that. So
People gotta be entertained, yo.
exactly. All right. So whose recognition do you crave the most?
My father's, his name's Salvatore De La Rosa. Him and mom split up when I was young, and he hasn't been in my life despite me trying to find him.
Okay.
I told you he made a sad girl.
That's fine. When you're sad, you have room for growth.
Yeah. Right.
So what hobby do you do just for you?
I love to bake.
Ooh.
So I show up to like friends' houses with like random baked goods. I'll just do random drop-offs for people like on their doorstep, like ding dong ditch, here's a cake. But yeah, she enjoys the heck out of baking.
I love it. All right. And then from the hopeful, how did you first get your abilities?
So when I was like 18 or so, I was kidnapped and held for ransom in an old chemical factory,
Hmm.
which actually, after I wrote this and we just talked about failed cities, it could be in one of those failed cities.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
saying, throwing it out there. I attempted to escape and I fell off the catwalk while being chased and went into a vat of old chemicals. The kidnappers left me for dead and fled. I crawled out and passed out on the ground, and the police found me hours later, dry and alone.
Hmm. Spooky. So, who helped you get a handle on these abilities?
Uh, my older brothers, Sal Jr., or well, Salvatore Jr., or we call Sal, and Valentino, who we call Val, so like Sal and Val. They are out of the limelight thanks to Dad's work. Dad didn't want them in the limelight, so Mom respected those wishes. But for me, because I was the only daughter, parents, am I right?
Yep.
Anywho, but they definitely support me as background musicians or help me with like do my lines and stuff. They're the ones who first saw me acting weird, and after the incident, just helped me with everything.
All right. Okay. And that is Vittoria de la Rosa.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Okay, let's go to a Memento. Now I know Memento, you don't have easy access to all of these. But if I ask you the questions, would you know the answers? Otherwise, I can read the answers that you have posted here and you can elaborate.
Well, I have an idea. I wanted to do some revisions
Oh,
to mine anyway, so they should be adjacent, but it's a little bit updated. So you can ask me the questions and I'll answer them.
all right. That sounds great. So we're going to go with your bound questions first. The first question is, what brought you to first make this pact and why with this particular entity?
So my homeworld is sort of like, what's it called? It's not. It's like it's like biotech, but a little bit different. Oh my gosh, my brain. I swear. What is it when it's like organic but technology at the same time?
Yeah, I think that would be biotechnology.
Okay, yeah, it's biotech based,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of like similar to this world where it's magic and tech, but really advanced instead of more emphasis on the bio, there's more tech. So the entity that runs that is my the one I made the pact with, and I made the pact because on my homeworld, it's very much about like peace and harmony. And so if anyone isn't feeling peaceful or harmonious, they get yoked.
Oh.
Yeah. You either get to, figure out how to get along, or you can go explore until you can behave.
Interesting. Okay. This it turned from a kind of a utopia sort of thing into a slight dystopia there.
It's like a little bit of both. Like it's not you don't get sent away like against your will. It's usually like, oh, I recognize that I'm not happy, so I'm going to make the pact so I can go and be happy somewhere else, and then maybe come back home, maybe not. Who knows?
Okay.
Not gonna lie, it does have a tiny bit of the energy of like a parent being all like, go away and think about what you've done until you've realized.
Which I
It's like, you're not
kind
being
of
peaceful,
love.
go away until you work it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Like-
I extremely love.
Mhm.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, for sure. But like, I wanted to make clear, like, there's no shame. It's not like, oh, you're naughty, you're thinking differently than everyone else. It's more like, you're not happy, go be happy.
Yeah.
Come back later when you've calmed down.
I like that.
It's kind of lovely.
All right, so the next question, who from your past pushed you away because of your pact?
My close family, they were a little disappointed because they didn't know until I was approached by our planet's entity that I was feeling restless. They were more like, "Oh, why didn't you tell us?" And I was just like, "I don't know."
Because I'm an angsty teen.
Or like, it was so not okay. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words. It felt like kind of a private thing that maybe I was going to get past, and I didn't want to harm anyone.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, so they were surprised and a little disappointed that I never opened up to them about it.
Okay. What do you miss most about being free?
Sometimes I feel like the entity and I, like, it really pushes for harmony and peace, and sometimes I feel like it doesn't understand the nuances of the planet that I'm on. So it's like, you need to interfere with this. And I'm like, but maybe I shouldn't. And it's like, but now you have to. And I'm like, oh. No.
It sounds like we have a couple of people that have a burden on their shoulders a little bit.
A little bit.
That's fine. Okay, so for questions from the Stranded, what is your defining memory of your home world?
This one was really difficult. I think it's probably one of I was looking out over the horizon of the cityscape, and I remember just distinctly feeling like wanting to see something else. Like, when you see the same thing every day and you're like, man, I wish I could see a different view. Yeah, it was that moment.
Okay. That's pretty cool. And then why is this your only home now? This being Solaria.
I haven't worked out my stuff yet. And I'm still so enchanted by this by Solaria. And I don't want to go back home quite yet.
Do they have as much greenery on your homeworld?
It's almost like, how when we thought the future was going to look like an Apple store? It's kind of like that.
Oh, no. Okay. I can picture that. So it's effectively like the technological opposite of Solaria.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, interesting. I've got some fun possibilities with that. So, that's amazing. That is Buck Moon. Wonderful.
Love it.
Let's then go to Alyzona. Let's hear more about Syrah.
Okay. So question.
Yes.
Right.
So, for the Guardian, before getting powers, who did you stand up to protecting a stranger?
I think who I stood up to, I think I was quite young at the time, and it was kind of a bit of like a sort of bully situation. I think my character was always very protective of their family, and just really cannot abide by sort of like it in any instance, because like I think it was more just sort of like a sort of childhood sort of bully situation where it was my character was always trying to be there for other kids even if they weren't like related or anything. Just which is very generic, but it's what I came up with.
No, that's fine. It establishes that you kind of had these guardian instincts early on in your life.
Yeah.
which is really cool. So next question is, what physical activity do you often do to unwind?
I was thinking primarily jogging with a touch of free running. Just,
Ooh,
yeah, because I figure it's a very nice sort of straightforward activity. My character does a lot of moving around, but this is like you move around and then you come back to the same place.
a
But
lot of parkour and stuff too.
yeah,
I can imagine. I imagine parkour in these cities would be super fun with all the
yeah,
vegetation.
that's why that's why I wanted to do parkour. I was just like,
Yeah.
could you imagine that?
Just like swinging on vines on the side of buildings and stuff. And
Ah, yes.
yeah, I am definitely here for that.
Amazing.
Um, who introduced that activity to you?
I believe it was my grandmother's on my mum's side of the family. Because I had it in my head that my grandmothers were sort of kind of the sort of guardians of the families in that kind of slightly more like fighting aspect before me. And when I clearly showed such a strong urge to sort of do it, they kind of took me under their semi figurative wings.
Hmm.
And kind of started sort of showing me the ropes. And that included like, here's a great way to, let off some steam. Just go jogging.
Hmm.
It's great.
I
You're a
love it.
small kid, you've got too much energy. Go.
And it's so interesting when you factor in the amount of hover tech in this world.
Yeah.
Probably not too many people go jogging too often, but can you imagine like hover shoe jogging along the side of buildings and
Oh
stuff?
my God. Yes.
Yes. So
Like
cool.
take it to another level. I think that sounds pretty sweet.
See, now I'm just like thinking wheeling like hover tech style along the side of a building, just like feet up, just whoop.
Yep. Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Just grinding it.
I actually think the main reason maybe why my character doesn't do have hover shoe tech is probably because with sort of the more bird-like feet, it's possibly a little harder to get shoes that are like fully comfortable,
Yeah.
'cause the spread toe nature of it.
I'm sure with the amount of different
Oh, yeah.
people within this world that they've got all sorts of different types.
Yeah.
Uh
Though I can't imagine that it would be always the most comfortable because
no,
there would be a certain degree of like restricted movement.
that's
And
true.
from what I've seen, birds they really like do a lot of like shifting in their feet. So
I wonder if it's more
possibly
like gloves,
that's
like
Yeah,
like
it could
ho-
be like those like toe, like you know how like we have like those toe shoes that have like very like bend on the
those
leg.
are so wild.
or
I,
or
Just like
I understand.
bird toe sock things just using to run on. I love it.
and they could be quote unquote fingerless, so any talons can stick out.
Yeah.
I'm purely picturing chicken feet.
Oh no, same.
Those
I am
people.
fully imagining like chicken feet, like beneath the knee. It's mostly
Oh
like
my
bird
gosh.
feet.
Okay,
So fine.
that's wonderful.
But which way do the knees bend?
I think they bend like a normal human in that forward facing, just because I don't
Okay.
want to try and imagine it the
No,
other way. I can't.
Oh god.
because then you're extra springy at that point.
Body horror of the other
Uh.
one is a little wild. But
All right. Let's see. So we've got wanderer questions now. You left home and kept moving. Why haven't you turned back?
Okay, so get a bit deep. I actually think it's slightly a reverse thing in more home left me. So
Ooh.
I had the idea that the kind of dinosaur people were originally very nomadic, like ages back before the cities, which led to the culture being very much it's not the place that's the home, it's the group you're in, which as time has moved on has become the family unit.
Okay.
And even with these very sort of structured, sort of fairly stationary cities, I imagine that a lot of family groups still do move around every few years.
Yeah.
Um, but it's all very central to sort of like your family is like your home. It is no matter where you go, as long as you are with them, that is the important thing. And I hadn't fully decided because I wanted to like make sure that the decision was like multi sort of like done between everyone.
Hmm.
But I had an idea that over the course of a very short period, um, due to either one big event or several smaller events, Sarah's family all um, passed away
Oh,
through
okay.
various reasons, meaning that they were suddenly left just basically homeless and
Yeah.
familyless. And she's been kind of trying to wander around, trying to find a new family, as it were.
Okay. Yeah. Trying to
Um,
find their place in the world.
yeah. And because you can't just really like sub into a different dinosaur person family,
Yeah.
and non-dinosaur people have a different view on it, so it's not as easy doing that. So
Okay.
they're just like wandering around like, help.
So then let's see. The next question is you once thought you could have a home somewhere. What changed? That sounds like you kind of answered a bit of that. Is there any more you want to
Yeah.
elaborate on that?
um well, I mean, I think she just always assumed that she would be with that family, and it was kind of inconceivable
Okay.
that it would not be there, because it was not a small family group, because they're
Yeah.
very close, and like suddenly losing it all was very surprising. So I think it was less that once thought could have a home, and more just sort of assumed it would always be there.
Okay. Cool. And that is Sierra. So finally, JV, thank you for being so patient. Uh, your character, Kieran. Uh, let's go over your questions. First up for the survivor, what event shattered your life, forcing you to learn to survive?
Okay. So
That sounds
here's
like
where
buckle up.
here's where the wild bit of mythology comes in. I'm also going to adjust it ever so slightly, and it's going to be the Book of Knowledge instead. But whatever, we'll get there.
Okay.
So, long story short, Key read from a book that they weren't supposed to read from. Might have killed their parents, possibly. Um, or they might just be locked away somewhere. Really not sure.
We'll just put
It's
some
been
TBDs on that.
right. It's been a long. I don't know. It's a whole complicated thing. We'll
Yeah.
figure it out eventually. In so doing, they received the feather of the Egyptian knowledge god, who I might rename for ease of pronunciation because I looked it up like 7 different times and still can't figure it out. So the one with the head, that I believe it was an owl. I don't remember. It's fine. So got a feather from that thing. Didn't really want it. Would rather have had parents. But um, this is it's at the sort of time of all of this. This would have been, huh? And so it would have been about like when they were 8. So it's been a fair bit of time, like since this happened. It was a lot. And it was also a while ago. So they're not super duper sad about it, but it's also like a little bit of a sore spot.
Yeah.
But because that was a while back, they had to also figure out like, okay, cool. So now I'm a tiny child just sort of roaming the streets. Let's figure this out. Let's get it done.
With the
We'll
occasional superpower, it's no big deal.
yeah. Let's make this happen. Um a little bit of fighting here and there,
Hmm.
but but yeah, when you're an orphan, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. So who stood by you through everything?
Um Okay. Let me see. What did I answer for that? Oh, yeah. So weirdly, it was the feather thingy,
Mhm.
which can apparently speak according to what I'm now saying,
Yep.
the words that I'm saying out of my face.
Is it like a
Yeah.
telepathic thing or
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah. And because of that, it just sort of taught taught Key how to control their powers as best as possible, as well as occasionally maybe using them in a situation where it was useful and necessary to do so.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not overtly saying they might have robbed a bank, but I might be saying they robbed a bank. It's fine. Sometimes you might have to do that. If you again are an orphan and you need to survive. Anyway,
You were younger, it's fine.
it's fine.
You know, kids will be kids.
Hey,
Exactly.
it was hoarding resources anyway.
Exactly.
Come on.
Sometimes kids rob banks. It's just the way of life.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do
I'm
what you
just
gotta do.
imagining someone like security showing up to this kid like running off with bags of cash, and then I'm just looking after. It's like, kids will be kids. What can you
What
do?
can you do? They're
I did
kids.
That
love that a lot.
rascal.
Those rascals.
I mean,
That's canon.
that,
Gosh
That's
darn,
exactly how it happened.
kids.
that especially works in a
Uh,
post society.
Mhm.
Like,
Yes.
why was
I was
What?
exactly like that when I was their age.
Yep.
Robin Banks.
Robbing banks. All this useless money.
Right. What's money?
Yep.
Uh,
So what part of you have you preserved through it all?
Okay. I don't know why I'm like struggling to on this tablet actually select things so that I can like see what I wrote. I spent time on this and I can't see it. Okay, there we go. Um, so despite occasionally being a little bit of a hard ass and a little bit self-centered on occasion, um, when it comes right down to it, they'll do it they can for the greater good, and they also have a little bit of a sense of humor
Hmm.
amongst friends.
Well, that sounds
Aw.
delightful.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I love that.
next question, the chosen. Why did the focus choose you?
Um, well, it responded to the drive of curiosity that any 8-year-old really would have
Mm-hmm.
technically, but specific. Well, I mean, well, I read the thing. Read the thing wasn't supposed to read. Not even a lot of it, just like a few words on like half a page, and that was pretty much enough. To sort of doom this child for eternity. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was sort of a little bit just sort of how that would have had to happen. Also, with the knowledge that they sort of a little bit knew that they weren't supposed to read it,
Mm-hmm.
but they did anyway. A little bit of rule breaking. There's a little bit of that whatever that edge is. Just sort of the where a lot of people would see that sign that says "Do not read this" could cause something. We're not sure yet because we haven't read it. Don't read this. Whoever that person is who reads that sign can see it, can read it, and then opens and reads the book anyway. It was that, whatever that quality is that
Mm.
I don't really have a good name for.
That's called kids will be kids.
Yes. The summary of all of this is, I don't know, kids will be kids.
I
um.
would say that spicy.
Yeah,
Ooh,
spicy.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm. All right. What can you never forget about your first encounter with the focus?
Okay, so there are two things. One of them does require a little bit of flipping around with what energy manipulation can do.
Ooh.
Just going to state that
Mm-hmm.
up front, which So there are two things. One of them naturally being the, death of the parents. That's sort of a big deal. And the other is what it felt like to fly very shortly after, because there was flight involved. I didn't mention it earlier in the description, but sort of when they utilize their abilities, they sort of get these, like, they gain these wings that you can't really see if you are just sort of looking straight at them, but like if the light hits them correctly, it'll sort of look a little bit like black crystal.
Ooh.
Yeah, it'll look kind of like that, and they'll just sort of be behind them, kind of spectral, like, kind of fun.
Okay.
So that sort of, well, that's what the energy manipulation can do, and that can apparently also then lead to flight.
I love it. Okay. So a little off books question for you. Where did you read that book? Was it nearby or far away, I guess is the big question.
So I was thinking that this was in the ruins of some of the places that like just aren't, some of the places that are no longer around for some reason. Perhaps somebody again read a book they weren't supposed to. I don't know, that kind of thing. Wherever like it was in one of those places, going on a little adventure, just having a bit of fun, and then coming across this thing that's just sort of in what I suppose would look like an old library.
Yeah.
Where everything else has sort of fallen completely to pieces, with the exception of one section. And that one section is that book and that one sign that says, don't do this.
Just don't read it. It's not a good idea.
I also low-key want there to be like a skeleton that's like right there of somebody else who tried it and just it was a bad plan. There's just one of those just sort of there. So really very abundantly clear, don't read this thing.
Yeah.
That yeah. It's a lot of like there's a comically large number of warning signs.
and you just shut enough, but what if this time?
I don't know. I guess that'll be fine.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wonderful.
I'm getting Ren and Stimpy, big red shiny button.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Absolutely.
Ooh, also the person in the horror movie that again shouts hello up the stairs when there's definitely a killer up there. That one, that it's a little bit dumb, but also like, well, they're adorable.
Can I just say I'm kind of that person? Where one time I was home alone and it sounded like my the front door opened, even though no one should have been home except for me. And I walked towards it, and as I did, I went, hello! And then as I stood there and just staring at the front door, I was like, I'm going to be dead. I'm going to be murdered by a ghost. I am every person in a horror film. Oh God. Yeah, I had a terrible look into my own soul that day. But anyway, continue.
Wish I could say I'd been there. I have not. No.
All
but
right.
yeah, that's that.
So that is Kieran Blackwell, otherwise known as Key. And I have, for the sake of our audience, put up plaques below our names with our character names and our different archetype combinations.
So good.
Those will be up throughout all of our streams, so you always know kind of who we're playing. So hopefully that is useful for everyone. Speaking of useful, I am still working on figuring out closed captioning. One of these days it will happen, I promise. But not today, unfortunately. It's been a busy week. All right. So we did backstories for all of our wonderful characters. Now we get to do relationships.
Oh, heck.
So we've got 4 relationship questions for each character. Every archetype comes with 2 relationship questions. You combine them together, and you get 4. And lo and behold, we've got 5 players, so we can actually match up 1 player per question, which I think is always fantastic. Create a nice web of relationships between everybody.
Ryan, are you actually gonna make like a web? Are you gonna like design like a conspiracy board for us?
Well, now I am.
Oh, I'm sorry to put that extra work on you.
No, it's fine.
No, you don't have
no,
to.
this sounds fantastic. I did not think of it beforehand, but now I really want to because that sounds amazing.
Okay, only if you want to.
I'll do it. It's just because I love Photoshop, so might as well, right?
Okay.
It's all good. Maybe within the next couple of weeks, something like that will come out. So keep an eye out for that. For now, I wonder if we just go kind of round robin, 1 question at a time, or JV, you've got your hand up over there.
I will fully go first. That sounds fun to me.
Oh, fantastic.
I would like to, especially because I already asked in the chat about this one, which is who is responsible for your hardship even though they don't know it. So who wants to be responsible for my parents being dead? I would like to know.
Allegedly dead.
Allegedly dead.
For all intents and purposes.
Anybody want to come on that fun little journey with me?
So, what if the transference from my planet to this planet caused the portal to open? Like, what if it was at the same time?
Oh, and there was like some sort of feedback?
Yeah, there was like a...
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be...
So that means you've been around on this planet for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like
here
that.
For it.
Yeah, that's about 18 years or so.
Thereabouts.
Wonderful. Okay. So,
yeah.
Buck.
Oh, so that would have grew up on the planet, because I would like to play someone near or around my own age, just for mental ease.
Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, that's really interesting. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, so who wants to go next? We're very good on volunteering here.
I can go next.
Okay.
Volunteers tribute.
Yeah, I'll follow that. Who are you working to rebuild trust with after they once broke it? Oh, this is a sad one.
I mean, it could go a lot of different ways, right?
It could, yeah.
I mean, it could have been me, because I left like the area, like you considered us friends, and I was like, yeah, we're friends, but also peace out, I need to go and find a family.
You just ghosted me, and I was like,
yeah, kind of.
Oh no.
I think I'm not great at goodbyes.
Oh no.
Because I don't think my character's used to having to deal with goodbyes as
and he
much.
just came back like nothing happened, and I'm like, you
came back and I'm like, hi, so I'm back, still haven't found a family. Hi.
I think they call that hollow ghosting in this world.
Oh god.
Harsh.
Oh my god.
True spooks.
I
didn't mean to, I'm just bad at
That's
talking.
All right. Let's see who's next.
I could go next,
Sure.
because actually I have a question, which is actually the second one down, because that actually could relate to what Morgan was just talking about, which is who knows your true warmth better than anyone else? Because if we were friends from before, you would know that.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm really bad at things,
Yeah.
and I still hecked you over, but
Question: how long ago was it whenever you went on your walk?
I think I think I move around fairly frequently, mostly sort of zipping between cities. So,
When did you actually leave me? Like, when was that? Do you know?
well, how old is your character? Like,
I think I made her 21, but like,
okay.
age is an essence, and I can just change it wherever I need to right now.
Oh no, I haven't even put a full decision. I was saying that my character was at the approximate sort of mental and physical age of sort of a bit over 25, but I wasn't quite sure if they like took a little longer or were quicker because I
Yeah.
still need to look up some like lizard facts or something.
Listen,
Yeah, I don't know because weird things. So it could have been like a year or a couple years ago.
okay, so you've known for a bit, like my persona then, and like all that stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I you might
Okay.
have like been someone I first sort of crashed with after the whole sort of thing went down, and we were good friends, and then I had a bit of a crisis and left.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that.
Wonderful. Okay. Then let's go to Thae next.
Picking one.
Yeah. Which one do you want?
Okay, interested in this one. Who's related to the spirit you have the strongest bond with?
That's an interesting question.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I am cursed by a spirit. I don't know.
I was kind of thinking something like that.
I'm here for it. That sounds fun to me.
And if you leave it a little ambiguous, it could be a family member. It could be the spirit of this feather. So there could be a lot of interesting possibilities there.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Ghosts.
Okay.
I like it.
All right. And Memento, do you want me to pick one for you for now, and then we'll just go to the other ones as we go?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one here says, who did you once sell out to your patron?
Ooh.
We'll get the spicy one out of the way first.
That's an interesting one. Who would I find? Oh, I mean, is that kind of recursive to have it be oh no. The person whose parents I yoinked, because that feels kind of sellouty, but it's different.
Key's parents?
Yeah.
So Key, you sold out Key once to your patron?
Yeah, I kinda.
To me, that makes kind of the most sense because in effect, Key has this focus, which is almost like a patron.
Right.
Yeah.
And I wonder if your patron was curious about that and you just willingly gave up information for free, because why wouldn't you tell your patron everything you know about this focus and whatnot?
Yeah, I'm into that. That works for me.
Ooh. Okay. I've got notes for later. No ominous discussion there.
Oh, snap.
This is like the spice is like that like Salt Bay guy is just like dropping the spice in, like
Yep.
getting it real nice and spicy.
I like it. Wonderful. Okay. So let's go back. Do we want to go back to JV then?
Sure, because I have another one. I sort of Okay. The difficult thing is that when I look at the ones in the in the uh in the chosen section, like as I look at them, they sort of a little bit feel like they could in theory be the same person. I know I should choose a different person. The problem though is that okay. whose abilities does it seem like the focus is connected to is the one I'm looking at right now specifically.
Okay.
And I think simply based on the abilities that I have from that from the chosen section, and then looking at other people's abilities that they have chosen, looks to me like Victoria's, and there's some overlap, and I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
As in, the overlap is quite literally two of the three things that you selected.
I
Oh,
like
the
it.
energy and manipulation, the enhanced senses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, that's pretty cool. All right. So then let's go to Morgan.
Oh yeah, I gotta choose a thing now.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm gonna say that one for last because it's a really good one. Actually, no, let's do it now just because. I don't know. It's also. There's so many good ones. Okay, I'm just gonna go with that one because it is good and I wanted people to have options instead of just falling on one person.
Yeah.
Who reminds you of who you could have been without your powers?
Ooh.
Like I said, it's a good one.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, I'm just glad I didn't have that one. Feels like a strange thing to say, but well, I am grateful
You're like,
that
I'm
that
glad
was
it
not
wasn't
my
me.
question.
I don't know if it would be maybe Buck, honestly, because you're not of this. No, you are because you grew up here, right?
So what I was thinking with that is I would like for maybe there to be like some time dilation, because I think it'd be really fun to play a character who's like still really surprised and interested in like all the plants and stuff.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
So maybe, yeah, like someone who still has, what's the opposite of jaded?
Optimistic,
Joy,
Mm,
happiness,
maybe?
ability to feel things.
A soul.
Non-jaded.
Soul.
empathetic.
Innocent.
yeah, like still really impressed by stuff and kind of excited by things. Like
Okay.
I'm not necessarily optimistic because I am a bit older and I've had to deal with some stuff, but I do think like I'm still very impressed by the wonders that this world has to give.
Okay. So since we're talking about that, I'm gonna change my question because I can, and use you actually, Buck, for another question. Who never makes you feel like a mistake?
Ooh.
Because after you explain that, I'm like, oh, you feel a lot better in this spot than anywhere else.
I like it. So it sounds like with the portal coming in, the time dilation, what if the portal took longer to materialize because of the interference with the feather? And
Oh, I
all
love
of
that.
and then you were just kind of stuck in a limbo and kind of came out of the portal think it was mere seconds. But in actuality, it was years.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And then, yeah. Oh, I can do some cool stuff with that for sure.
I haven't heard from you in 20 years almost. Okay.
It's only been 3 seconds. I don't understand. But yeah, I'm gonna use Buck for that. Who never makes me feel like a mistake? Because I think they're just so like, you know, open
I don't
to things.
know how things are supposed to be, so I can't see you as unusual because I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
Nothing.
All right. Let's go to Alyzona.
Okay. Okay. I'll do the first question because there. Who do you protect? Who do you protect now that protected you before you had powers? Which is a very interesting question.
Ooh. Okay.
Anyone want to be protected before I was a badass and cool dinosaur person? I'm not a badass. No one's a badass. I don't make badasses. I just make gremlins.
I can see a couple really good possibilities here,
Yeah.
honestly. I'm thinking mainly between Key and Amara.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Both of those could be extremely interesting because Key, you kind of grew up, fighting for survival effectively. And then Amara, you were kind of trained, from very a young period of time and kind of lost out on some of a childhood, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So
I see that.
both of those could go really well.
I will volunteer.
Okay. What do you think? What do you think, Steph?
I think that could work. It would make a lot of sense. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
Speaking of Amara, let's go to your next question.
Hang on 1 second. Writing it, taking notes. Notes is good. Okay.
Notes are good.
Who shares your spirituality in a different form?
So what would you categorize kind of your spirituality to be? Kind of is it more like an intangible sort of, you've got your rituals to become a better weapon effectively, or is it more like this part of you is kind of something separate from the weapon?
I think I kind of like the latter. That's something separate.
Okay,
The
so
weapon is more like this physical plane, and
okay,
yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
So I've got thoughts and suggestions if you want to hear any.
Sure.
So Buck Moon might fit this well, as a person from a completely different planet who is optimistic and in control of themselves, right? Because it sounds like,
what was that?
What was
You
that?
cut out for a second.
That Buck Moon is this optimistic innocent that's in control of themselves, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're literally able to shapeshift.
Yeah.
And it feels like, Amara, your practice of the spirituality is kind of you reclaiming some control. Okay, I like it.
And also, my relationship with my pact holder is something I entered into consensually. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
That would be, yes.
Okay, I like this a lot. Okay, and then a Memento. Let's see what your next question is. I'm going to take the first one from the Stranded. Who still confuses you despite all you've learned about this world? Uh-oh, something happened to the chat.
Oh, no.
Oh, we lost
No.
Memento.
Did we lose somebody?
Oh, it came back.
Yeah, we lost Memento.
We lost Memento.
No.
So I apologize for the completely messed up OBS interface.
Oh no.
I hope that Memento is able to join again shortly.
Typing in Discord right now, so I'm keeping an eye on it. Oh,
Okay.
Zoom is
wonderful.
not letting me in use chat, and I was wondering how we could make it that I can. I recently woke up, or perhaps there was some time dilation because Zoom said yeet.
No.
Oh no.
Yeet.
Zoom said yeet. Okay.
Oh god, no! What have I done?
Welcome to the technical difficulties portion of our episode. It's fine.
If we're streamers, there's always going to be some tech difficulties one way or
That's
another.
Technical
Well.
difficulties.
Well, when one of your players is working without actual power,
yeah, that's
you know,
pretty terrible.
things are going to
Honestly,
happen.
we did pretty good getting this far without that
Right?
actually being a major issue.
Uh-huh.
Right.
I'm going to put in, let's see here. Let's see if I can make this work.
I'm shocked and surprised.
Technical difficulties.
There we go. So now I just have to move that around to right here and then right here. Now we have technical difficulties in the chat. So in theory, once a Memento is able to join us again, we can continue on with that line of questioning.
Yes.
So do we have is Memento talking in Discord?
Did once, and that was it.
Okay.
Yeah, a bit.
Okay.
Just mostly, I think, to say that did a yeet.
Okay. All right, then let me just take a look here 1 second. All right, Zoom said yeet. Okay.
Memento's trying to rejoin.
Okay, I'm gonna just repost the link in our cast.
I think I'm okay.
Oh,
Hey!
you're back!
Oh, hey,
Yay!
Oh my gosh. My partner texted me and my internet was like, excuse me, bye. Yeet. It's fine.
You want to do
It's
two
fine.
things? Nah.
You want to do two things? How dare you?
How
okay,
dare.
so update me on the situation again.
Okay, so we were trying to figure out how to get you back, but I don't think we answered your question of who still confuses you despite all you learned about this world.
I think it would be interesting if Alyzona's character still confused me, because I do see that they wander around and they feel like they don't have a home. But I'm like, isn't the whole planet your home, though?
Ooh, interesting.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh,
Look
Damn,
at
yes, I am
that.
here for that.
Is
Yeah.
your planet in like an interplanetary or even intergalactic civilization?
That would be sick. I love the idea of it being like a system. Like there's the planet and then there's like some moons.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and we have like warp technology, so you can just be like, oh, I gotta go see my grandma who's on, planetoid Z.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Well, yeah, plus you've got this portal tech.
Yeah.
So sweet. Okay. That's another thing I have in my back pocket now, so thank you for that gift. Wonderful. Okay, so now we have 2 for everybody so far, so let's keep moving. Because we're going to go back up to JV to see who's next.
Terrifying. Okay. This where it gets terrifying, and also I reveal a very simple fact about myself, which is that I have the memory of a goldfish and forgot the previous ones already.
That's why I've been typing my in as I go, so I do
Yep.
not forget.
I've
That's
got
a
I've got a
smart plan,
list
'cause I-
started, which you can't really see, but yeah. So you've got connections to Memento and Morgan's characters so far.
Fabulous. Okay. That leaves. Who will you protect from sharing your fate, no matter the cost? I don't know why I keep just deciding that old man voice is what's going to happen here, but
I fucking love that so much.
gotta go with it for today.
It is so valid. Don't worry about it.
I'm thinking that this is probably Amara. I don't have a good reason. I just feel like that. I don't know.
Sorry,
I
what was
need
the question
somebody
again?
to
I want to write it
protect, and it
down.
makes sense to me.
So this
Heck
is who you
yeah.
will protect from sharing your fate, no matter the cost.
Aw.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm
No, I
glad
like
that
it.
makes sense. I don't know. I'm looking.
Trust your instincts.
Sure, this works.
So, since that kind of leaves one person left for the last ability or the last relationship, do we want to just cover that right now?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So, who wielded my focus, but only for a moment?
Picked up Thor's hammer.
Somehow somebody stole my necklace that can't
No.
leave my body for a minute. Not sure how that worked, but all right.
I think.
Literally not
I'm-
sure how that happened.
Am I the last person that you haven't
Yeah.
done a? Yeah. So I think that leaves me.
Yeah. How did this
Somehow I
happen?
got your necklace.
Yeah, like tried to take it off for a minute. Might have like
Okay.
almost died a little bit. Someone had to like
I mean,
put it
I
on
coulda
to
just,
like
like-
fly a little bit.
Rather than just taking off the necklace, I could have just picked you up.
What?
Oh, that's true.
Technically,
Yeah.
that's the same thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
I-
so okay. I'm thinking of kind of a. This makes sense to me. You're the guardian, Sierra. You've got oh gosh. Part of me wants to tie this in with your guardian magical girl transformation origin story. But that's totally up to you. Because I'm thinking at one point Key was in trouble. And normal guardian you found a way to try to protect them, and it was pretty dire, and then you accidentally grabbed the feather, and it granted you the abilities of Key, or the Dark Raven, if only for a moment, and when you came back, it unlocked your magical girl transformation
works.
capabilities.
yeah, no, that works. That's cool.
I'm here for it.
Okay, wonderful.
Thanks for the help.
Yes.
That's what I'm here for. Awesome. Cool. So, JV, you've got all your connections. Wonderful. Okay, let's go to Morgan.
Sorry, I was like, I'm still trying to figure out an alias, so I've just been like trying to just like search up words and like put things together. Nothing's working, but anywho. Okay, so whose true feelings do you always know? I think I kind of want to do our spooky friend here, Amara.
Heck.
I think I'm your Starfire to your Raven.
Ooh. That's a very good dynamic.
May you repeat the question again? I apologize.
Oh, it's whose true feelings do you always know? So I think it's you. It's
I love that so much.
Yeah.
Despite having just cold expressionless all the time. Just like, I know what you're feeling. You can't know anything.
It's like why are you, like, and also provide nicknames for my character, because I'm thinking like Vidi, Toria, Tori, like y'all can like have nicknames for her. So like just because Victoria is a mouthful, so yeah, y'all pick nicknames.
I like it.
But you're like Tori, why are you up at 2 a.m. like making cookies? I'm like, oh, Amara's sad. Like she is. I'm like,
Oh, God. What a friend.
I
What
love
a
it.
pal.
Mhm.
Oh.
Wonderful. So that leaves Key for your last one, if I'm correct here.
who reminds you of who you could have been without your powers? Which is a strange dynamic because you're powered full, but
kind of
This is an
mischievous.
odd one.
yeah.
Did your powers save you from going down kind of a mischievous path?
I think they led me from being because you know how teen and child stars go into like, and I don't want to go dark here, but you know, they
Yeah.
go down some like drug binges and like, you know, just fall apart and all that. So I think seeing how Key is like so like mischievous and like I don't know. No, hey, I don't know. I'm trying to think like. How would you describe Key's personality now?
Well, we do have those tags from earlier that I don't know that the archetype looks, that I also a little bit added, like thought personality wise, that might a little bit apply. Also looking at the sort of I don't know, I just like archetype attitude adjustments as phrases.
It's a category.
Just generally. So looking at that, so generally relaxed, and pretty on the practical side. So less mischievous now. I think that is, pardon the pun, I think that is Key. Less mischievous now. Key is less mischievous now.
Can't get away with it because, you know, you're no longer a kid, so you can't get away with all those, you know, petty things like robbing a bank, you know. Now you're an adult and you have to be responsible.
Robbing an old bank.
I think you're like more like one of the serious more tones, I guess, from the whole group. And so I'm very like outgoing, optimistic in personality, but like maybe if my life was just a little different, maybe I would take things a little more seriously. Like,
so maybe it sounds like Key kind of grounded you a little bit.
Yeah, because I think I'm like one of those balloons that like is trying to float away in the breeze, and Key's like, "I got your string. Stay put."
I like it.
And I'm just like flopping around in the breeze, like above them.
I just got this like image of this like really serious, like all black but very glittery like person just like standing on the ground holding this balloon, and it is just like this small child just like at the top of it. I know you're 21, but it's just the image of just like, I love it.
That's amazing.
Very real. I like it.
All right. So let's go to Sierra. Let's figure out your last two relationships.
Okay, so next one is from the Wanderer, which is who showed you a place you'd never seen anything like. And I had an interesting thought, which was because I realized I wander so much, so it's actually, I don't know how many places I wouldn't have seen, but actually it was Buck, and it wasn't so much a brand new place, it was more that Buck's just like sheer like optimistic outlook and just being all like, wow, everything is amazing, kind of like made me stop and turn around and be all like, actually, you know what, the place is really cool. This is
you know,
really
a
awesome.
place can be a state of mind. Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, so less like seeing a brand new place, but more being able to look at something and actually like stop and turn around, because you know, I'm quite sad, I imagine, a lot of the time.
Quite literally
really wanting
stopping to smell the roses.
Yes. Hey, Buck, what are you doing? It's like, roses.
Roses, come on. So that sounds like Key is the last one for your last question.
Yes. My last question being, who is the closest thing you have to a home nowadays? Which is going to be an interesting one to play off. But I kind of worked myself into this corner.
That's fine. There's always ways to make it make sense. So who is the closest thing to a home? Is that?
Yes. I mean, I guess kind of, mutual bonding over dead or just generally gone parents. Plus, you activated my sort of magical girl capabilities.
Ooh. Yeah,
So I'm just like, this person gets me. This person has no family. This person is homeless like me.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, that's perfect.
Orphan Squad, what?
Orphan Squad.
Orphans United.
I think that sometime Victoria comes and is like, let me hide here, please. Mom's being herself again.
Join us. When we combine, true power is look how hard we can cry.
Yes.
Awesome.
Oh, I did just a little bit get a picture of the fact that, like, maybe my character just sort of has a nice apartment that people can just sort of chill at. Oh, okay. That just made me very happy. And a nice kitchen, so baked goods can happen whenever you want.
Oh, yeah,
there you go.
please.
All right.
Oh yeah, Victoria
love
has
that.
What's
money.
happening?
So like, I think like it's like probably like one of those like multi-story like brownstones, but not like really a brownstone anymore because
Yeah.
nature stones. So like it's probably like a like, but
So,
it's like
so
one
it's
of
a
those,
greenstone.
yeah, it's a greenstone. So it's like 3 to 4 levels of various like house stuff. It's like one of those like
Yeah, like
They're
kind of the
long.
skinnier, like shoved
Yeah.
between other building-ish things.
and they
Okay.
have like various like
That's
excess
why-
rooms and like a big kitchen and
Mhm.
That's why I robbed the bank.
Oh, it's amazing.
Go get your own place,
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, you might as well, right?
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Oh,
I was
Also, it
actually thinking
feels
that's
very
Victoria's, but
practical.
if that's Keys, that's amazing too.
Oh, those
know what that
wily
means?
kids.
The image would have been you robbed this bank,
I feel
disappeared
like
off, and
what
then showed up in a
the-
real estate
the-
office. This like small angsty kid with like a sack full of money and being
I
all
love
just
the
like,
idea
one
that you
house,
walked up.
please. I need one house.
One house, please.
And they all just looked at you and went, "This is totally fine."
This
Oh,
And they
is
were
small
like, "Yeah,
child,
housing
take a
straight."
house.
Oh my goodness.
That's amazing. All right. Let's go to Thae, since we're running a little low on time.
Okay.
We got 2 more relationships to get for you.
Yes.
All right, so you already have Key and Buck Moon.
I was thinking who pushes you to be more than your skill sets, and I was thinking Victoria.
Yep. That makes perfect sense to
You're
me.
not just a weapon. Yes, I am.
You have a heart.
No, I don't.
No, come on, let's do it again. Like you got this. Let's just come on.
See the edges of the mouth curl upwards. That makes us smile, right? So the last one then is Buck Moon. So what's your last question then?
Me or Buck? Or,
For
Memento?
Thae. Oh wait.
Oh, okay.
No wait. Oh, I wrote on the wrong line.
Yeah, because I have Buck.
Oh, no.
I think I'm the last one.
Who shares your spiritual
Yep.
in a different form.
I went one line down too far and looked at the wrong line. So it is actually Syrah. You are correct.
Yes.
And thankfully, my notes helped me, because otherwise I would have just totally agreed and been like, yes, this
Yes,
is perfect,
yes.
this is fine.
Ah.
Oh gosh, it's thundering really hard here. It is gone full
Oh.
spooky mode.
Oh, it's fine. It's Halloween. It's fine.
I cannot hear
Hi,
it.
yes.
I can't hear it at all because I've turned the stream down. But yeah, the question is, who do you always lose in a sparring match?
Yeah.
So
Uh-oh.
I figured
I
it's
do
probably
good punch.
since I do combat magic's combination of melee, and you're able to just kind of
Yep.
dance around me,
I just-
probably.
Yeah,
Is-
actually, that makes a lot of sense.
Is it on purpose though?
You did
Ooh.
have to protect me earlier, so maybe you kind of just like, I have to hold back.
Oh, maybe.
And I'm just quietly just sitting here like, fight me, coward.
Mm-hmm. Or
Oh my god.
there is something else that could be holding you back or something like that. So leaving that a little ambiguous could be really interesting. All right. Finally, Memento. You've got 2 questions left. So we'll go with the bound first. You've got Key and Sierra already. So you've got let's see. No, not Buck Moon. That's yourself. Vittoria and Amara are remaining. So, who makes you regret your pact when you spend time with them? Oh, that's kind of like kind of a backstabby sort of one, since your pact brought you here. I guess it doesn't have to be.
Okay.
So who?
Okay.
Yeah, who makes you regret your pact when you spend time with them? I'm wondering if we're having
Oh heck.
some technical difficulties yet again. It's okay.
Okay.
Okay. I think we can hear you a little better now. No, we cannot.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's okay.
Oh no.
So let's see here.
Maybe
There we go.
maybe Amara. Hold on. Okay. Am I quiet or is the quality bad?
Sound like a robot if you're trying to figure out like what you're saying. Like you're clear, but it's robotic.
Mhm.
Okay. I can try putting using headphones instead. I don't know if that'll help.
Oh, you're sounding better now. So
Looks better, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I minimized my Zoom window on accident.
Oh no.
So it got rid of all our video. So I apologize, everybody. I found it. It's up here somewhere, and I don't know why it's minimized. Oh, Zoom.
Okay.
Okay. Is
Okay.
this a little bit better?
That's a million
Yeah.
times better.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I plugged my headphones in.
Okay.
Oh, okay. There we
Nice.
go.
Perfect.
So, do you need me to repeat the question?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
So, who makes you regret your pact when you spend time with them?
Yeah, is probably just because like they struggle or she struggles so much with her own sort of pact. Maybe I feel a little guilty for entering into something so willingly.
Okay.
Or maybe I kind of regret coming to a planet where someone can suffer so much.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I am trying right now to fix the videos because
Oh no.
silly me.
Demi, ask the next question then while I handle that.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So your other question then I guess will be for my character. Oh shoot. I don't know which questions you are. Who did you once sell out to your patron? Who makes you regret your pact when you spent time? Okay, that was them.
Yeah,
That
so who
was-
holds the spirit of your home world in their soul?
Oh. Oh wait, that's mine.
Yeah, I mean, actually, it kind of works out because you're kind of this sort of very upbeat, positive, and sort of peaceful sort of person from what I've seen. So, like, maybe that's the sort of the spirit of it's like, oh, wow, this place has a lot of suffering, but Victoria is out there, like, giving it her all and being cute.
I hear that, but do we like? I don't know. I feel like it switched might be a little bit.
You
I think I like it the other way around.
Think Vittoria for regretting your pact, and then Amara for who holds the spirit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like I guess one of the ways that my planet could have become so peaceful was a similar weapon, like to what Amara holds, went off, and they were like, "Oh, oops."
Ooh, that's really interesting.
Oh, I like that. That's good.
That can be only one. Okay, so that's all of our relationship connections. That is an amazing web, and this is going to be fun putting together that that photoshopped murder board. I mean, friendship board. Yeah. So we'll go with that.
It can be both.
It can be both. It really can be.
At the way this is going, it very much is both.
Yeah. So we defined our relationships, introduced our characters. So now we have team questions. I don't think we're going to get it to any actual play today, unfortunately, because these are very important questions to answer. So every genre is including a question that starts off our team questions. So my biggest question is, do we want our team question seed to be more fantasy genre focused, magical girl genre focused, or superhero genre focused? Like, how do you want to set up like the scenario that effectively defined when we first came together and worked together as a team?
I mean, you kind of wanted to sort of establish this as primarily leaning into the magical girl.
I mean,
I'm more putting that out if we don't have any particular ideas.
I'm totally
that's a good
here
backup.
for magical girl.
Yeah, absolutely. So the magical girl seed question is, we encountered, when we first worked together as a team, we encountered pure evil and were able to push it back before it was able to consume its target. What is this evil, and what is it so intent on removing from this world? It's a little bit of a melodramatic question, but you know what? That's magical girls.
Yeah.
That's magical
I
girls.
got an idea.
Sure.
Just because we're very naturey and very like open, maybe they were trying to drain the life force from our nature.
Okay.
That's all I
Could
got.
be.
I do like that.
Yeah. Maybe slight sort of side thing. Oh my god, the lightning. Could be something about like nature is very much a sort of balanced, like a balancing. So if that pure evil maybe like took like a certain element of the natural order out, the system kind of would collapse on its own.
Okay.
So like, I can't imagine weeds in this world as being the sorts of easy to deal things they are in our world. So if it took out the weeds' main kind of like competitor, it would just, the weeds might have taken over or something. I don't know, just suggested.
Okay. Or
I'm writing it all down.
It could be multiple things, right?
Yeah.
Draining the life force from nature, disrupting. We're effectively disrupting the balance that we hold with nature, right?
I bet it was capitalism.
I mean, maybe. We do have one.
We encountered capitalism, the purest of evils.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to revive capitalism, and we were like,
don't like
no,
that.
I don't think so.
Prison for robbing the bank, and I cannot allow that.
Exactly.
The statute
Sorry
of
about that.
limitations
So-
is not up.
Forgot for just a second.
Very interestingly, we do have one of the tropes, one main villain with unlimited themed henchmen. Was this villain or one of their quote unquote henchmen responsible for this?
What if it was the previous villain who then got, like, kicked out of the group after we beat them up because the rest of them were like, you know what? Capitalism for a bunch of hench people isn't good. This actually doesn't work. And then got replaced by a different person who is still, like, evil, but at least is all like, look, I'm not going to go capitalism.
Yeah, we're at least not going to do that.
We're going to stick to, like, the Team Rocket form of this, okay, everyone? We all agree? We agree?
Okay.
I love that.
So, capitalistic group was responsible. Interesting. Okay. And then we're kind of expanding on that a little bit. The one main villain would have to be this person that split off from that group.
Like an evil main person that's going to come back sometime.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll catch
so
you
like,
next time.
you know, those villains that are constantly trying to like raise an old evil,
Mhm.
like what's his name from Jackie Chan Adventures?
Ah. Ooh.
That guy, but for capitalism.
That's why.
Okay.
God.
I mean, Jackie Chan Adventures. That's a good poll.
Wow.
Trying to revive the spirit of capitalism.
Okay.
Yes.
No.
And everyone's like, gross, dude.
Please stop. No one wants this.
I can't. It's so funny.
We want to work together, please.
Okay.
Like,
don't
not
want
even
to
your
live at the
hench people
expense
were
of
on
other
board.
people.
So they're trying to profit
Please.
on instability of nature and
JP.
civilization somehow. Something like that. It's all good, right?
Yeah.
So that's something that feels like something good to fight against, right?
Capitalism.
Capitalism.
Yeah.
All right.
Heck yeah.
So let's start going through our team questions. And
Let's do it.
this question sets up all of our team questions. So during this first time we all came together as a team, we fought something that was trying to drain the life force from nature, disrupting the balance that we hold with nature. And they were doing it for capitalistic purposes of sorts. Yeah. So, who wants to go first for their team question?
Okay, I want to because I had a look at my team question. And if I'm reading it correctly,
Yep.
yeah, when we first worked together as a team, who did we save during the encounter that was a publicly important figure, and why are they important? And I am so excited to do this one because I think it's the start. I think we need to do Birdie Crackers.
Very much that.
Birdie Crackers!
Yes.
Okay, so
It has to be. It just has to be Birdie
So-
Crackers.
So we saved Birdie Crackers, who is, as we all know, an elected official who is literally a hat-wearing parrot-sized parrot, who is also fully sentient and intelligent.
Yeah.
Voted in by the people to represent
Best.
the neighborhood. Birdie Crackers is fantastic. So okay, so we saved
Socialist
Birdie.
leading Democrat.
We saved Birdie
Believes in
Crackers.
I saw that and I was like, how can I
Please.
not?
Please.
Birdie Crackers also goes by Mr. Crackers, as
Yes.
we also have established. I believe he, him pronouns. So
Mhm.
very nice. That is a
Wonderful.
good setup. So how did we save Birdie Crackers?
JV has a point.
Oh, yes, JV.
I was gonna ask if I could do my question next, but
Oh.
I like this. I like that question.
Yes, how did we save Birdie Crackers?
I don't know.
I mean, Birdie Crackers is a strong anti-capitalist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe he was like being taken for a ransom or like being held hostage so we can give in to capitalism or something.
So
Yeah.
because if you take out Birdie Crackers, you're gonna have an easier path. Maybe since villain organizations also exist, maybe one of the rival villain organizations was trying to take out Birdie Crackers so that he wouldn't be available for the next election. Or
Has to
would have
be.
to be re-elected, or somebody would have to be elected in his place. And maybe getting somebody into that position is was their kind of the goal. So
Oh
we
my
saved
God.
Birdie Crackers.
I am just seeing this like Scooby-Doo-esque heist thing of them having to like kidnap out Birdie Crackers in possibly just like a bird cage.
Yeah, that's what I
And
was
then like
thinking.
interrogating him and just like to this literal parrot just being all like, and now you will never run in the election and we will take charge. And this like parrot in a hat just being like, I'm not gonna work with it. I am
I love that so much.
And if you join our Discord, you can get a nice preview of Birdie Crackers. We have one of our emojis is a birdie, Mr. Crackers emoji.
Crackers.
So that's fun. JV, I know you are very excited to get to your questions. Let's go with you next.
When we first worked together as a team, something went differently than our experience would suggest. What was it and how did we bear the consequences?
Yeah.
I don't have an answer for this one. I just really thought it was good to figure out when we were figuring out what happened. We should maybe figure out what went a little bit sideways whilst doing so. So it just felt like a good time to bring that up.
Yeah. So it sounds like something went wrong. Maybe something broke a little bad. And you responded to it in a way that you eventually overcame, but were there consequences? So I mean that's the big question, right?
I was thinking that maybe like I got distracted and my humanoid Sona slipped for a minute and it was weird.
Interesting. So I'm imagining there were some onlookers during this.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
And they were like, why is that thing so big and glowing?
Yeah.
It's like, don't worry about it. It's fine. Look.
Because your natural, your like normal original form is unlike anything this planet has seen, right? That we know of.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. And this planet doesn't feel very like spacefaring. And probably kind of bound to just this planet. So I'm thinking something that nobody has ever seen before would be kind of quite the talk of the town, so to speak.
It made the news. It was a little wild.
So did you bear the consequences then?
They were like, look at this freak. And I was like, look, don't worry about it, y'all.
I think it probably would be more like, you know, the home blurry video, the standard cryptid video.
I love that.
What is this? So
now there is an organization somewhere that is convinced there is a new form of cryptid, and that is you.
Yes.
Organization, I think, is a bold term for what is probably just like a bunch of people on the internet.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I want to call our
convention. It's going to be crazy.
I really want to call our internet the HoloNet, but I can't because that's Star Wars.
Ugh. Star
Or-
Wars taking all the
Hollow
good
wire.
stuff.
Can you just stop for? Can you just focus on the Mandalorian and then not do anything else, please? Please. Nothing
Exactly.
else.
We want our HoloNet for ourselves. We'll figure out a different
Yes.
name for our internet. That's fine. Maybe SolarNet. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good
Sunwire.
one.
Okay.
Wait, the Vine.
Oh,
The
I was
Vine.
just thinking something along those lines.
Okay.
just
Okay.
above.
So our internet is called the Vine. I love it.
Writing that down.
All right. So then we've got 3 more questions. Let's see. Memento, do we want to cover yours next? Okay. Your team question is, when we first worked together as a team, we had to bargain something significant to end the conflict. What did we lose, or what promise did we reluctantly make?
Mm.
I mean, we had to get Birdie crackers out of the clutches. Did we? Oh, did the team? Did we have to help our future primary villain escape from the capitalist villain group so they could go on their own
Oh, I like that.
in the future? Like, I'll help you get Birdie crackers out of here because I know how, because I'm part of this thing. I don't want to be part of this thing anymore. And then we help them out unwittingly, not knowing that their ulterior motive was, I need out of this thing so I can start my own worst thing.
I mean, I thought it was the capitalists who had grabbed.
The capitalists
I'm
did,
getting,
and then the
and
main
then I thought the capitalists were the big bad because they got kicked out
They-
because no one wanted capitalists.
So, were the capitalists kicked out, or was this person sprouted off from the capitalists? I guess is
It
the
could
question.
always be more than one capitalist villain, because there's always just be capitalism.
I know. It's always capitalism. It's just what
Always.
form of capitalism are we fighting this week?
Exactly. Laissez
Okay.
faire.
I mean, it could have been that really classic thing if we were trying to apprehend the big bad, but it was like we had to decide between pursuing them and actually getting Birdie Crackers out alive, and so
Okay.
they could escape because they threw
the
a
last
spanner in the
moment.
works.
Okay.
They're
I like
like
that.
they threw Birdie Crackers in the cage away, and then you're like, you have
Set
to
up a
save
bomb
them
or
or come
something.
after me. Ah.
Mhm.
You're
Yeah.
like,
And you're like, but we
"Screw
have to save
you."
Birdie.
Yes.
Okay. So the villain got away. Okay. Perfect.
That feels very magical, girls.
It really does.
Just superhero in general.
Yeah. Okay. So
Very
then
Batman and Robin.
let's go to Morgan's question then. What do we got?
So, when we first worked together as a team, what did we do during the encounter that drew special attention to us from the public? How did we initially react to this sort of thing?
Is this the? This feels similar to. Oh, ooh, did they not initially guess that? Did they not initially think that you were encrypted? And we maybe had to go on the Vine and sort of do damage control.
Did
We had
start
to
the-
create you as a cryptid. Because
Oh
we
no!
Oh no! She.
Oh no!
honestly, I really do love that. If everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's a whole new thing," and then
Like,
we
no,
sort
it's
of
just a cryptid.
retroactively, yeah, we just turn it into a whole conspiracy thing. So everyone's like, "Oh, it's just conspiracy theorists," and we're just like,
Somebody guessed aliens, and we really had to change the topic.
"Oh god."
it's
So
literally
civil unrest.
literally some guy with like big spiky hair was like on scene, It's like, that looks like aliens. I was right.
Oh God.
That
So we
was
have
a
to create our own
quick
conspiracy
Love it.
for our group,
Yeah.
and then retroactively have to go in and just like deny these people being all like they're just crazy they're just conspiracists. We're just totally a bunch of normal people. Yes,
Mhm.
no aliens here. Definitely not a
None.
cryptid. Wink.
Yeah. Cause kind of superpowers are not entirely rare in this world, right?
No.
And magic and whatnot is not entirely rare. So that kind of makes sense.
Our friend is just like magical lampshade powers. It's fine. You
Mhm.
know, it's fine.
Yeah. It's all
I
good.
love it. It's the
Also,
lampshade to the
I don't know if
mafia.
y'all saw that Memento left us again. So,
Oh no.
Yeah.
Heck. It happens.
are we using this new link? I guess so.
Yeah, it's the same link.
Yeah.
Aha!
Hey.
Welcome back.
All right. So I gotta fix that now.
Memento, are you there? Oh, connecting. Oh. Memento.
Hi, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yay.
Welcome.
We just did a question, and we just want to inform you that we actually had to fight alien conspirators to make you a cryptid. So
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, we had to like before anyone could jump on the alien conspiracy train, we had to make a cryptid conspiracy train
Yeah.
to steamroll the other one.
I love that.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Okay. So we've got one more team question left, and we are a little bit over time. So let's take care of this. And then we've just got, why do we care about the team? So keep that in mind as we answer this question. So, Thae, your question.
When we first worked together as a team, we had to fight multiple minor threats that were preventing us from focusing fully on the major threats. Describe these minor threats and how we dispatch them.
I Can I posit one?
Sure.
Little robots,
Oh,
like completely inorganic robots.
I like that.
I've adopted a little robot after we showed it the true meaning of friendship and communism.
Yes.
Cease to be production, comrade.
Wait, but
Join us.
that's perfect, and I love it, and I want to keep it.
Yes.
like decorating it with like plants and stuff. You put like
I can
a
live in
potted
my
plant on it.
apartment.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Paint
We're
little
gonna
flowers
take
on
it to
it
cook.
because it wants to feel
Ah!
pretty.
oh my, what if it's like one of those like robots that chases the sunlight? So like the plant you have always like is in sunlight unless it's nighttime, so it doesn't get that. But like it just tries to stay in the sunlight. Like
That's amazing.
In every campaign that I'm in, there is something that winds up being
Oh, so it's
the
baby.
pet, and
It's
this
baby.
is this is the pet. We've made the pet. It is required.
Okay, so you've got a robot pet now. We'll figure out the name later. Wonderful. So we saved Birdie Crackers from the clutches of this capitalization, or not capitalization, capitalist, some sort of villain group that was trying to take Birdie's seat in the town council or whatever have you. And during the encounter, we effectively Memento's character turned into their original form for a moment, which effectively onlookers had no idea what it was, thought it was aliens, and we did some damage control to say, no, it's just a this type of cryptid that we can't find in this world. And that probably sparked some people in society to try to want to find it, because, why not? To get Birdie saved, the villain had to get away. We couldn't follow the villain. And we had to fight off a bunch of little robots, and one of them we were able to save and claim as a little robot companion. That's our first encounter in a nutshell. Wonderful. So now for one of the most important questions, because this establishes that no matter what, we care about the team. Why do you care about the team? And I'll just, in lieu of time, start alphabetically. Alyzona.
Yep, there it goes. Why do I care about the team?
Yeah, why does Sierra care about the team?
I think Sierra doesn't want to acknowledge it, but I think she's really hoping that this is the newfound family, but they don't want to get their hopes up.
Oh, but that's my answer.
Aw.
He wants a fame. We can have the same. We can
You
have the same
absolutely
thing.
can have the same answer.
Well, that makes this much easier and much shorter.
All right,
You
JV.
just heard mine right there.
I'm gonna put double
We're all just
quotes.
like, we're both like quietly like, maybe family, but we don't want to tell the other person because we're all just like, feelings.
Yeah, I think for Key, it's one of those. I've been an orphan for a real long time, and it's nice to have people. That's all.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
All
no,
right.
Smiling and giggly. Mask is obscuring this, but yes.
It's fine. Okay, Buck Moon. Why does Buck Moon care about the team?
Probably because I have two ideas. One, maybe because I care about most of the sentient life on the planet,
Okay.
but that seems a little impersonal.
Yes.
But also on my planet, we're used to being in, close groups.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I'm away from the team, I feel really isolated and kind of scared.
Okay.
So I guess not necessarily family, but because of familiarity, if that makes sense. They give me a sense of safety.
Okay. Safety, trust,
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. Okay. I like it. All right. Vittoria.
Okay. Why I like the team, is that right?
Yeah, why do you care about the team?
They see me for me. They don't see me because I am a musician or an actor. They see me as a person and a friend and and they see my powers, but whatever. They all have their own things too. So but they don't see me as this famous person. They see me just as this optimistic goofball that'll cook cookies at 2 a.m. for them.
Yeah. I love it. All right. And then Amara.
I was kind of thinking, because I've been watching a lot of Sailor Saturn clips, and this idea that she's she uses her power, she's the last resort and kind of starts things over again. Maybe the team for me is if I had to do something like that, I know that they would, I can for sure count on them to, they're my hope.
Okay.
They're the world's going to carry on. It's going to be good because they're in it type of thing.
I love it. Okay, perfect. So, with that, that's the end of our session 0. Awesome. We completed it. We made some amazing people. We fleshed out the world a little bit. There's a lot more that we talked about on the Discord that we haven't been able to get to here yet, but this gives us a little bit of time to do some prep for next stream. 2 weeks from today, we will be diving into our session 1, where we'll be actually playing these characters for this actual play. And I am beyond thrilled. All these gifts that you gave me today and 2 weeks ago, to implement them to tell your stories. So let's go around. Let's tell everybody who we are again and where they can find us online, and close out the stream. All right. Thae, you want to go first?
Of course. Hi, I'm Thae, she, her pronouns. You can find me at Thae and Twilight here on Twitch, on Twitter, and I got my Ko-Fi there in the chat there. And I stream Sundays and Tuesday through Thursdays. And yeah, come hang out with me.
All right. And then Morgan.
I am Morgan. You can find me here on Twitch and on Twitter and on Instagram at Serena Bezos. I do streaming with Huetopia TV for Kahania every other Wednesday. I'm currently streaming with Actual Play, doing Apocalypse Keys. I do podcast work with the Roll to Play Network. I just follow me. It's easier that way. Be my friend.
Absolutely. All right. Memento, how about yourself?
All right, I'm Memento. I use they, them pronouns. I am a queer multimedia artist and streamer here on Twitch. All of my socials should be in Nightbot. Unfortunately, my chosen username doesn't always fit, so I've had to make up 2. So either one.
And your Instagram handle for your art, the Memento Mori Rara, is now on Twitter, from what I understand.
Wonderful.
So I'll have to.
Yes, I'm on. Yeah, I'm on Twitter, Instagram, here on Twitch. I think I'm in various Discords.
Yeah.
Hopefully, some of you know me. Hi, love you.
All right. And then let's go to Alyzona.
Oh, okay. Alyzona or Steph, they, them. I mean, you could find me on Twitter and Alyzona Courts. I don't do very much, but yeah, I'm there. I might eventually get around to doing something in the future if I can find the motivation. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're streaming now, so.
I know. I mean, this is. I hate to go behind the curtain. I think you might be doing more of the work here, Ryan. I'm just kind of showing up.
It's fine. I mean, that's what you do. It's a role playing game. You play a role, and we're all part of it. So wonderful. Okay, JV.
Yes, I am at Red, Black, Golden, RED, BLAQUE, Golden. Y'all know what that is. There you go. On Twitter and Instagram. Instagram is not my location. That's not where I play at. Ooh, I am on TikTok if y'all want to see that. This is the same screen.
I need to get
With
on
the team.
I need to get
Yeah.
on.
I promise
I don't do the
TikTok's not that
TikToks, but I
exciting.
appreciate people who do. So thank you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they're not. Mine aren't that exciting unless you want to watch me bake things without owning an oven. It's kind of fun.
Oh,
But
amazing.
I haven't made one in a
Now
while.
that's the kind of chaos I love to see.
Yes.
Lots of microwave stuff. Quite fun.
Awesome. All right. And my name is Ryan Boelter, he, they pronouns. I am the genre moderator for A Tale of Twinkle and Awe, which you are tuning into right now. I also one of the designers of Chimera RPG, along with Amber Amaraz. Every other Friday between our streams, you can catch Amber running a wonderful group of players through a Cape and Blade series of Chimera actual play campaign, and that one is a fantasy superhero blend, which it is shaping up to be quite wonderful. So definitely check it out. They got floating islands and all sorts of other fun stuff there. So I think if I do Chimera in the chat, it'll give you a little bit of info there. You can check us out on Twitter at Chimera RPG. You can find me on Twitter at Lord Neptune. And you can find all of us on the Chimera Discord at discord.chimera.games. So if you follow that link, you can chat with us between our sessions and also talk with other fans of the show, and talk about your theories or suggest ideas. It's a fun place. It's kind of small right now, but we're just getting started. So we'd love to see some of you there. But for now, I think we will close down the stream. We will see everybody in 2 weeks. And I am thoroughly thrilled to explore this all with these wonderful players. So thank you all, everybody. And now I'm yawning because
I'm
Steph
sorry.
is yawning.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to stop.
It's fine.
It's
All right.
daytime there. What's going on?
I know, it's the problem. I can't go to sleep now.
Absolutely. Okay, so thank you, everybody. We're going to swap over to the exit scene and leave that running for a little bit. But if you have any questions, definitely hit us up on Discord or on any of our Twitters, and we'd love to talk to you. So thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.